Hatzegopteryx is potentially the next flyer to come to Path of Titans, as explained in a little short that is on the screen now. However, today I'm talking about this big, elusive pterosaur, or a behemoth of a flyer that could be making its way in the game as the next flyer to come to the game. Timestamps for everything out on the screen now, and if you are new, feel free to subscribe. But other than that, let's dive right into it. Hatzegopteryx, for all of you folks who don't know what it is, I'm surprised if you don't, but if you are here and you don't know what it is, it's a giant pterosaur. It's huge. It's in the family of Asdarchid pterosaurs, which is the same family as that of Quetzalcoatlus, which you may already know about, as if you maybe played the Isle in the past. This was something that was theorized to be coming to the game, and there was a model for it as well, but of course it is in the same family as it, as well as other crazy big pterosaurs as well, like Cryodrakon and Phosphatodraco, which are some really cool names. In fact, like, I love the ending of that, Drakon or Draco. I don't know, it's really cool. But that being said, Hatzegopteryx is a big pterosaur, and that's pretty much that. It's literally a dinosaur hunter coming from the Denisula Formation in Transylvania, Romania, from the late Cretaceous of the time. Now, I definitely mispronounced the name of the formation there. I don't know why I pronounced it like that. It's either Kula or Sula. I don't know. But either way, that's where it's from. It's from Romania. And of course, I believe this one comes from the Hateg group of, like, known islands from the Cretaceous, of course. This was a dinosaur killer. That's it. This was a dinosaur killer pretty much. It was an apex in its ecosystem, making it a terrifying sight for anything smaller than it or any baby dinosaurs as well. Somehow ended up in a way of this large pterosaur. Hatzegopteryx is huge. We all know that by now. It's got a wingspan of upwards of 10 meters, and if you compare it to other large pterosaurs or other big birds like Pelagornis, which was the biggest known bird, then of course you'll see the scale of this creature. Small dinosaurs in Path of Titans will obviously have to be wary about this, but enough of what this creature is. It's obviously coming to Path of Titans, so what do we know about it in game? Well, firstly, Hatzegopteryx is coming to the game as part of a stretch goal. It's going to come with some animations, 3 subspecies, 3 skins, 1 main model. Of course, that's pretty much that we know about it in terms of that regard. However, we also know that this will be the next flyer to come to Path of Titans, and it's in the Seafarers expansion pack as one of the 2 additional creatures alongside your Hinosaurus, which will then make that a 4-pack as all of them other ones are. Of course, I think what may concern people is the fact that it's a terrestrial predator in the Seafarers pack. Now, I don't think, and a lot of people here also don't think, that Hatzegopteryx will be a aquatic based flyer. It's not going to be like Velocci, which in game is set in stone to be diving into the ocean, swimming around, catching fish, and also hunting dinosaurs. I feel like Hatzegopteryx will purely be a dinosaur hunter. Now, the reason now I do understand the concerns, but I think it's in this pack just because it's the next dinosaur or the next creature. The only reason they're calling it Seafarers is because you've got a semi-aquatic pterosaur and then 2 fully aquatics as well, and then another pterosaur which is able to fly over the high seas at some good pace. Anyways, we do have a glimpse of what Hatzi could be like based off of this teaser image on the screen now. This is basically what it looks like in terms of the icon that's left in the Seafarers pack. Kind of gives a good glimpse of maybe what the model could be like. Maybe this is the model of it just blacked out, or maybe it's a drawing from the devs, because of course they wouldn't be able to get the art from somewhere else. It would have to be sourced from the game itself, and that's where I do find it interesting, because it could give a glimpse of the model itself. But you can't really decipher much from an image. It's funny to guess, and I would love to know what you guys think about it, but you can't decipher much about it. We only know a couple of things based off of it and what it could be like in game. Firstly, its sounds could be based off of that of a goose, which is something that Jiggy mentioned in the past. She also mentioned that Dinoceras and Spinosaurus also have sounds that are based off of goose producers as well. Jiggy also jokingly mentioned in the past regarding Pounce that if a raptor or a Deinonychus pounced onto the Hatzy and the Hatzy took off, it'd go on the ride of its life, which I know probably isn't something that could happen in game, but yeah, I do think it's pretty interesting. Now I would personally love to see that with Pounce because it would be really funny, and imagine that, a Deinonychus jumping onto a Hatzy and the Hatzy's like nah, and then just taking it with it in the air. But other than that, we don't really have much of a lead of what this pterosaur will be like, but we do have some concept art, and I think this concept art looks exactly like the Seafarer's bundle Hatzegopteryx. Look at them both together, it's pretty much identical, and I can see this coming to the game, and I really hope someone mods a creature that looks like this concept art into the game. That would be amazing. But of course, I want to talk about an ability that this creature could be getting, and that is a grab and carry ability. If you want to think of a grab and carry ability, you might want to think about Beasts of Bermuda and how their pterosaurs do it in the game, where you're able to grab something that's smaller than it and pick it up, carry it away and drop it, obviously draining your stamina while you're doing it. In fact, this kind of does tie into the fact that, of course, Sarcosuchus is going to be getting a grab and carry, some form of ability like that, a grab more or less, which will pair up with the lunge and everything like that. But I think this creature will get a grab ability. I feel like you'll be able to grab a smaller dinosaur with smaller combat weight than you, only when you're an adult. However, you'd have to get all the way to adult to be able to do this, and then you'll unlock the ability. You'll be able to grab them, and depending on their combat weight, you'll be able to pick them up and go, just fly away. However, there is a little bit more with this. If the creature has over a certain amount of combat weight, regardless of being it less than yours, you will not be able to fly away with it. You'll just have it in your mouth, and yes, that's pretty much that. However, depending on the carrying weight, depending on the combat weight or the weight of the dinosaur as well, when you do pick it up and fly away, depends on how quickly your stamina drains as time goes on. But also the weight is where the main factor comes in here, because the stamina drain will drain faster if the creature you're carrying weighs heavier, and I feel like that should be a caveat to note. Maybe you'll get a hide which allows you to carry heavier things, like a heavy hide or something like that, which will allow you to pick up things that are heavier than what you're currently able to pick up and hold them for longer as well. Or maybe because you can pick something up heavier, you can't hold them as long. Maybe you'll have another hide that allows you to hold something for longer but only carry things of a certain weight and less. It'll be interesting because then if you do pick them up and carry them, you could probably drop them from a high height, and if you do run out of stamina, you'll have to drop them regardless. So that's that. Personally, I think this is going to be an interesting one, because Hatzegopteryx, I think, deserves an ability like this, because after all, it'll be really cool to see. Here we are at the end of this video, and obviously with a video like this, I have to give my predictions on when Hatzegopteryx will be coming to the game. Do bear with me. Last time I done some form of analysis on a pterosaur, it was pterosaurs themselves, and then like a week or two later, Velocci released. So I'm going to be a bit more you know, nice with my guess. I'm going to predict it's going to come anywhere between now and the end of Q1. Now, I think there's an update on the horizon, but I think that update is only bringing in what's on the PTB currently. So I don't think, you know, a major update will be coming with Hatzy in the next update. I feel like that'll be the next update after that, and I feel like that'll be coming before the end of March. And that's my prediction. We've got until March, the end of Q1, for this update to come with Hatzegopteryx, and that's where I'm going to leave it at there. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you think about Hatzegopteryx. I think this is going to be an interesting creature, especially in the future, to see. I'd love to know what you think, everybody. Let me know your thoughts about Hatzegopteryx in the comments down below. I know my pronunciation of this one is even worse than before, but yeah, I'd love to know what you think. Well, other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.